Christopher Robin just went off to college, and apparently that really pissed off Winnie-the-Pooh and Piglet. Spoiler alert for Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey. If you ever become friends with talking animals in the woods, do not go off to college and leave them alone because you are unleashing a wrath upon humanity that may never be closed. Here in my apartment, and I just got done watching for the very first time Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey, directed by Rhys Frake Waterfield. I think that's how you say it. And I remember when this movie came out, it was very divisive. It seemed like 50% of people absolutely hated it and said it was the worst movie ever, and the other half really liked it. So I didn't really know what to expect going into this or whether or not I would like it. But let me just say, I think this might have been my favorite movie of 2023 if I had watched it when it came out. I don't know how you could say this movie is bad if you love gore, if you love horror, if you love parody type comedy horror. Because let's be real, this movie is not meant to be taken seriously. And I feel like that's the only way you could hate this movie is if you went in thinking it was going to be a realistic portrayal of some sort of, I don't know how you could hate it, honestly. I guess if you hate like Terrifier and those movies, you might hate this, but in that case, like, what are you doing even watching this? And this movie is way better than Terrifier 1, and that's coming from someone who loves the Terrifier movies. But when I heard from horror fans that they didn't like this movie, I thought, okay, maybe there's like no blood, no guts, we barely get to see Winnie the Pooh, maybe they focus on characters' backstories way too much. But no, this movie has tons of kills throughout, the pacing was great, the creature design, the masks of Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, because those are the only two characters we get from Winnie the Pooh, they look creepy as hell, man, and I was loving it. I was loving this whole movie from start to finish. It's basically like a rated R SNL parody, if SNL was actually like good, mixed with Terrifier, as I mentioned a second ago. We get to see Christopher Robin tied up and whipped by Winnie the Pooh because he's angry that Christopher Robin left for college and they vowed never to speak again, and they grew into these like monster type creatures that are very hateful. We get this group of women that go into a cabin in the woods, and they picked the wrong woods to go into because they get tortured, and that one girl that gets her head run over in the car, man, the brutality is amazing. I was laughing and smiling the whole time. The only negative I really have is that they tried to give one of the female characters a little bit of a backstory with this creepy stalker that harassed her or whatever previously. But even that I can't really knock off points for because it does play a role when Winnie the Pooh starts harassing them and they're like, oh, is that your stalker? And then it shows a close-up of Winnie the Pooh looking through the window of the cabin, and it's like, oh my god, this is hilarious. But that's the thing, I don't think we're meant to care for any of these characters, and you know, you care as much as you do in like any other slasher movie anyway. That's really it. I had such a great time watching this. I'm going to run to watch the sequel. I can't wait. Even though people say that that's not as good as this one, I don't know who to believe anymore anyway with these movies. This is definitely my favorite Disney horror movie spin-off. But let me know what you think about this movie down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.